another each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Good afternoon, my fellow trudgers. Did you know that that's not even an English word? It's not. Trudgers is not a word in the English dictionary. So I made it up. I don't like how this is just going square. There's no light shining through to the other places. So I'm going to have to mess with that a little bit. Yeah, I know it'll help that. Yes, I'm going to work on lighting while I'm waiting for people to get here. Not many people are going to show up because I'm using the N word. I'm using the N word today. Narcissism. We never ever want to talk about this stuff. So, yep. Who wants to admit it? Probably no one. It's bad. I may not make this too long because I should be mowing the lawn. I want to. I just haven't done it yet. So, there we are. There's Chipmunk. Ah! Emma, you bring out the kid in me for some reason. I don't know what it is, but you do. I like that with my wife, too. He's kind of a big kid. I don't want to grow up. Did you? Dang. Well, let's see if I get it done before the big book study. Nope. I'm going to talk on here for half an hour. Then I won't have any time. Oh, no. Welcome to the Daily Trudge. My name is Dion. I'm here with Wolverine today. If you're here, please say hello. Thanks, Chris. You too. It's good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Yeah, you guys kind of missed it because I was, saying that I don't think that there's going to be too many people here because I'm using the N word. So, narcissism. People hear the word and it's kind of like men's mental health. They leave the room. We got to talk about this stuff. You want to know why? Because we have narcissistic traits. You are not truly a narcissist. Okay. But sure, there's traits. We have traits. We got to discover those. Got to figure them out. I also need to warn you about the people that you may come across, and I call this pseudo recovery, right? Where you have a true narcissist, and what they've done is steps 1 and 12. And then what they do is they go out and reinvent the wheel. Okay. These come in things like sober living, RCOs, recovery coaching. Peer support specialist is okay. Okay. I'm not even a fan of treatment centers anymore because they don't do the actual work. See, where I have people that don't normally listen to me, they're already leaving. Okay. If you come here and think that you're just going to get off easy with me, you are wrong. Okay. If we don't have these deep conversations, we don't change. Yeah, exactly. Why? Okay. Here's the thing. You're really not going to, number one, narcissism is a mental illness. So, it is a mental illness. Okay. What do we have? A mental illness. They look a lot alike. So you can't really get diagnosed for a lot of things until you are 6 months sober. You cannot. So if you are drinking, they will not diagnose you for ADHD. They will not diagnose you for PTSD. It may not come out right. Okay? That's why these doctors no. I'm telling you no. Because in that 6 months, things may change for you. The AA program will remove a lot of your problems. Not all of them. Okay? Does not work on depression. Does not work on PTSD. Does not work on anxiety. Doesn't work on bipolar. No, it doesn't. We need outside help for that. So get it. All right, let's get into this. Let's talk about it. What is narcissism? Narcissism. Selfishness. That's the first word. See? What are we? Selfish. Involving a sense of entitlement. Oh, who does that look like? Us, maybe. Yeah. These are narcissistic traits. Traits only. All right. A lack of empathy. Does this sound familiar? Yep. And a need for admiration as characterizing a personality type. Psychoanalysis, self-centeredness arising from failure to distinguish the self from external objects, either in very young baby or as a feature of mental disorder. But really what it comes down to is excessive interest in or admiration of oneself and one's physical appearance. In other words, a narcissist is only about one person, them. And they may even have a little bit of empathy, but they don't use it. They act like they use it, and they're very, very good at it. They're very good at it. Okay? Let me tell you what their usual thing is. Positivity. You gotta be positive. You gotta be positive. At least in the recovery world, that's what happens. Okay? In Colorado, and I know this as fact, most of the RCOs out here are run by narcissists. They do not actually care about who they are helping. What they care about is their money. And that's it. That's all they're really after. Okay? You're not going to usually meet them in AA meetings. Okay? Because AA is not conducive to their narcissism. It's not. It won't. It'll do this. Well, the narcissist can't have that. Okay? And yes, I can speak on this. Why? Who loves to be the center of attention? Who loves it? I love it. Now, does that make me a narcissist? No, because I can recognize that and say, hey, Dion, come on. Let's throw a little bit of humility in there. Reach other people where they're at instead, right? Right? Okay. These people will always have the best of intentions. In fact, when you first meet them, they will over coddle you to bring you into their nice little world. And in this case, in recovery, what's happened is now you have a two-stepper who has created a recovery coach program who is fraudulently using Medicaid. Okay? You know the saying, if you have a drunk horse thief and take away the alcohol, you have a sober horse thief who can steal horses better. So what happens when the alcoholic narcissist, okay, and you can get help for it. You can. I've seen people with those problems turn themselves around. But it usually doesn't happen because they don't fucking care about you. They act like it. They'll act like it in front of the whole world. But as soon as you're behind closed doors and you've known this person for a little while, they turn into something else. Oh, that didn't work, and this was wrong. And those are my clients. This is that. And they will get angry at you. Especially if you don't work the program that they are offering. Of course, when you went in, they said, we are open to all pathways. but they haven't worked one. They haven't even worked one. So how are you going to know what's best for this person if you haven't done the work? You cannot transmit something you do not have. Period. You can't. And they don't have it. So they have to hide behind something. And it's always positivity. Okay? There's nothing wrong with being positive. There's nothing wrong with having a good attitude. But when positivity is your solution, that's not a solution. That is an outcome. It's an outcome. Okay? Oh, I'm grateful. Slam. I'm so grateful. Do I sound grateful? No. Watch their actions. Watch closely. Okay. So, here's the thing. If you have empathy and you do your work in this program, they'll stay the fuck away from you. See, I am pointing out people here, and I can even bring up their names. They're not an AA. I would not be blowing anonymity. Their name's on the damn paperwork. Okay? It's just that I'm not here to cause division. I'll do that on a personal level. I'll let you know. But I don't come on here and call people out. I used to, but I don't want to be the one causing division. Nope. But I can let my listeners know. Right? Now, all of these people will not talk to me. They will not. They'll have a nice, they might say a nice word. I don't know. I'm not around, so how could I know? Okay. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? Because I know my stuff, don't I? I know my stuff. I know I do. What does that tell you? They don't want me to find out what they're actually doing. The thing is, I already know. I knew before you started doing it. I've been watching people all my fucking life. I'm 52. And you all do the same damn thing every time. We're human. You can't help yourself. Okay. And, I'll admit, sometimes I throw some bad information out there. It does. You want to know why narcissists leave you alone? Because you're healthy. You're healthy. See, now, who do they go after? The newcomers. The newcomers. They bring them over. They're like, oh, you don't need that. You don't need that. Come do what we do. We'll make you a recovery coach. How about that? Yeah, but I haven't even started the step. You don't need the steps. You just need to do what we do. And we're open to all pathways. AA is not the only way. And that's how they get you in. Oh, can I have your Medicaid information? A lot of what we do is Medicaid. Does this really feel like recovery to you? No. Nope. And I can cite case after case after case of stuff that I've seen that I just know is wrong. I'll give you a great example. I went to work for a company, right? As a recovery coach. Never been so treated badly in my life. They still hate me. They don't like me. Because the Medicaid came up, and I'm like, you guys are going this route, and that's fraud. You can't do that. Suddenly gone. Dion's crazy. The gaslighting started. So anyway, they send me their contract. I read it. This contract has been cut and pasted from the internet, and I know it because I've been reading contracts for years. I know contracts very well. And I looked at this, and this was my thought. Well, if they can't take enough fucking time to actually put this together, what are they really doing? This is the first step in our relationship, and it's already wrong. And I told them, your contract is no good. I could take you to court and take your money with this contract easy. Okay? It's called the right to work, and it states it in there. You cannot do this kind of work for 2 to 3 years. You can't do that. You got to pay that person the amount of money they would have made for those 2 years first. Then they can't be in the field for those 2 years. And I know this because a judge in federal court in Houston said so. Took me 2 years. So even contracts. I know all these little nuances along with people. Right? And it's hard because I know this stuff and I want to shout from the rooftops, but everybody goes, did I hit you? Don't say that now. What are you doing it? Why should people not know? And that's, I get it. Nobody wants to hear my anger. I get angry. I was writing a very passive aggressive post earlier. Whew, too much. All right. You can calm down a little bit. Maybe go mow a lawn or something. These people get me. And I'll tell you why. Because they're killing people. They're murderers. And they are. They're killing our little children right now, saying that they're doing the right thing. I went into it and I said, hey, we need to go this route because the government's not our friend here. Oh, yeah, they're not our friend. But what we're going to do is just act like that until we have control, and then we'll change it. What the fuck? Control? Control of what? The Office of Behavioral Health, you're going to go control that now. Do you hear the egotism in that statement? I've heard another person call their clients low-hanging fruit. Easy pickings. Oh, their money's green. Who cares? What about So here's one for you. Okay. Training in ethics class and letting anybody join, even somebody that had 2 days sobriety. Is that really ethical? Oh, their money's green, so I guess it is. How can you teach ethics if you're not ethical? Yeah, it says Facebook user. I'm presuming it's Gary. Because he usually says hi to everybody when it comes in the room. So there are indications, but you will not usually see them in AA meetings because they come in, do a little bit of the work, and then they leave and go reinvent the wheel. And they do it under the guise of something. They will say things like, my name is Dion, and I'm a person in long-term recovery. So fucking what? What is that? I don't know how long-term recovery is. No, that's terminal uniqueness. That's terminal uniqueness. Huh. Here's the thing. This stuff is very simple. All right. Maybe not the narcissism and stuff like that. But the program itself is very simple. And when you have God in your hip pocket, they can't do nothing to you. They won't even approach you. You are not low-hanging fruit anymore. Narcissists go after people that are hurting. They're easily controlled. They're easily manipulated. They go after people with mental illnesses because once you get a person angry, you control them. The whole thing is about manipulation to get you to start sharing all their crap. You know what they're going to give you for it? A headache. Okay? Go sit down with these people. If you could just listen in for an hour, you'd be like, no fucking way am I hearing this shit. Okay? Why do you think I make no money? Why do you think I do what I do? And I do this every day. Every day. Somebody's got to be out here protecting our groups. Somebody's got to do it. Okay? And there's nothing you can take from me. There's nothing you can take. You can try, but it ain't going to work. And I wouldn't recommend coming over to my house. That would not be a smart idea. Just wouldn't. I don't own any guns. I don't know. I'm broke. I don't own any guns. But it doesn't wise to come over to my house. All right. So just stay away from them. When you see people that are positive, oh, I'm just so positive. Have you done your reflections and if you talk to yourself in the mirror today, oh, go girl power, let's do this, and it's just cheerleading, and it's disgusting, it's ugly, it's toxic. Because when it comes down to it, all they want from you is your money. All right. And if they can't get money, then what they really want to do is manipulate you. Okay? They want to see how far they can take it. Okay? It's a rush for them. It is a high. It's an addiction. Lying, stealing, cheating, addiction, manipulation, addiction. It's all addiction. Your emotions can be addictive. That's why we go for balance. That's why when the big book, when it says we can have an emotional hangover, the excess of too much emotion from the day before, that can include excitement and happiness also. Right? When that stuff happens, here's just some friendly advice. Pick your battles. Reach out to somebody. Talk to somebody else. But work on your program. See what you can still get out of it. Even if it is, I will never do that. Even if it's that, then guess what? You have learned something that you can carry on. Because the only way that we're going to get out of this hole right now is education. It's the only way it's going to happen. We need to bring awareness. And when these people use up our money for stupid shit, like going to Washington, D.C. so everybody can see Macklemore, who's not even in fucking sobriety, I don't think. I don't care. Never heard any of his music. I don't care. What about our homeless? What about our homeless alcoholics? What about them? Have to get on a fucking... okay. It drives it crazy. And no, I'm not mad. That's passion, my friends. Passion. If I was all red, I'd be mad. When I get really mad, no, I don't want to. I hate it when people say, oh, trust me, you'll know when I'm mad. I can yell louder than anybody I know. So what? All right. Thank you. I'm thanking you because I need to get some of that off my chest. Especially if I'm leading a big book study tonight. All right. And I feel a little bit better. Got the word out, did it the right way. That's what counts. Doing it the right way, right? Because I did it the right way. And you know who does that for me? God does that. I trust God. Okay? It's the only, you don't need to trust anything else. If you trust God, you don't need to worry about anything else. All right. Thank you. I love you. Thanks for being here. Gary, Chris, Emma. It was fun. I know there's some other people here. You're not required to say anything. You can be anonymous. But well, I'm glad or hope everybody got something good out of it. So, or we learned something. All right. Thank you. I love you. Peace out and have a day. Bye-bye. Oh, and Patricia. That's what it was. Oh, yes, because you said, my bad. Yep. Sorry, Patricia. I love you, honey.